It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Do you remember buying a car back in the 80s, 90s? What a miserable experience that could be. Do you remember all the manipulation around the financing, the terrible, terrible aggressive salespeople? I mean, for the most part, a whole lot of people just hated going to a car dealership because they knew it was going to be a disastrous experience. Well, my friends in the imaging channel, I'm afraid that some of us are becoming those unscrupulous car salesmen that everybody talked about. Those unscrupulous salespeople that have pigeonholed a sales industry into being unethical, stupid, and product-centric. Those are some tough words. But the problem is that through this pandemic, nearly all manufacturers have done some fantastic things to help the global world out. A whole bunch of dealers have done some fantastic things to help their communities out. And then there's a handful that are doing the most product-centric things I think I've ever seen that channel do. And it's beyond absurdity what they're doing. And they're going to call it, we're going to give you some relief. We're going to not make you pay for 90 days. But we have a stipulation for us to do that. We want you to sign a new agreement for like 72 months. We're going to buy out your old agreement, add all that money into the new agreement on a piece of equipment that you haven't even used for the last 60, 90 days. Why in the world would anybody need to upgrade a piece of equipment they haven't used in the last 60 or 90 days? What kind of, foolsmanship goes on in that sales process? You're taking advantage of a customer who's only trying to get relief on the 90 days. They're trying to get some relief on the payment. Can we not be creative, industry? Can we not look at the money that the customer's spending for service that we're not delivering and then reapply those funds to another product? Could we not think out of the box? Could we not buy janitorial supplies at wholesale dollars and then give those to our end users at retail dollars? You see how that might work? Can we not become customer-centric organizations? The crap that I'm seeing on LinkedIn is disturbing. This weekend I saw a post where somebody's talking about, we know you haven't used your equipment in 90 days or the last few weeks, the last few months. We want to help you out by buying that out, rolling it into it. I mean, what the hell are we doing? This is temporary gains, and it's all about us. It has nothing to do with those end users. Could you imagine for 1 second if your auto insurance company called you up and said, hey, we're going to go ahead and give you a refund because we know you haven't been driving your car. We know you haven't been using your copier. But we know you haven't been driving your car. We want to give you a refund back. But in order for us to do that, we need you to sign an agreement with us that says you will never, ever use another insurance company for the next 72 months. If the insurance companies did that, the world would go ballistic. They would go ballistic. But yet, inside the imaging channel, that's exactly what we're doing. Some of the people are doing. They're trying to figure out how to take advantage of the desperation of their end users. And anytime you do that, anytime you get that product-centric in your thinking, you're going to destroy that relationship you thought was great. In other words, you're just manipulating a relationship. You're not delivering by any means a better experience, and you know it. And when you continue to do this kind of lunacy, here's what's going to happen. The customer's going to say, no, stop. More importantly, the IT services community, office products resellers, people that want to go into your customers and show those customers how you took advantage of them, how you took advantage of a situation and manipulated them. And you might get away with it, but you'll never get away with it again because customers are going to realize who came and helped them and who came and screwed them. So I suggest that the people that are doing this lunacy, and I also suggest that dealer owners get on social media and look at what your people are putting out there. And if this is really what you want to represent your company, well, that's one thing, I guess. Your people will probably do it. But I can't imagine in good conscience that any dealer owner wants to manipulate a customer into extending a contract based on a temporary need of relief. That's just not good. Does everybody know why I started the A4 revolution? Does everybody know why I'm passionate to end the overspec and overselling in the channel? Do you finally get it? We're in a time of crisis and we can't think about anything but upgrading a customer who hasn't used a piece of equipment in the last 60 or 90 days. It's pure lunacy. We cannot become what the auto industry left. Buying a car today is a much better experience because they knew that their customers hated the old experience. My friends in the imaging channel, it's not 1980 or 90. And we sure don't want to be that stereotypical car salesman that everybody hated because we took advantage of customers in their time of need. I'm going to end this the way I always do. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.